Hopefully, can you guys see if anybody's waiting in the waiting room, or probably I'm the only one that can see that as the host? Maybe I'll try to keep checking.
Can't see it.
You can't see it. Okay. So good evening. It's Monday, September 28th, last Monday of September. How the heck did that happen? Oh my gosh. So tonight I first want to, and I'm bummed that she can't be on our Monday night calls for a while, but I want to congratulate on here. I want to congratulate Michelle Dorado for hitting diamond. It's a huge, huge accomplishment, and I feel like it just kind of snuck up on it. Like it was like, oh my gosh, like she was texting Kisa and I like Tuesday or Wednesday and was like, I think I'm gonna be diamond on Thursday. And we were like, what? And so I want to, or I have invited her, and I'm hoping we can find a day since she can't make it on Mondays right now. Maybe we can swap a night, maybe a Tuesday night or something in the next couple of weeks, where we can have Michelle come on and share kind of what has changed for her. Because I know I've seen a huge change, and not only what she's sharing and what she's posting, and something's changed, and so I kind of want to hear how she got to where she is, and what she's been doing kind of behind the scenes, that maybe we haven't seen, and just kind of hear from her, because that's amazing. And also how she used what I'm going to talk about in a second, this Push to Diamond group, the Diamond Bet, Diamond Mine. She joined that with Chris Reed's team Panacea, and she hit it. So I want to see how if it was using that group as the fuel, or just kind of all those things, and picking her brain on getting to diamond. So hoping that she'll respond and we can figure out a time where we can interview her, kind of pick her brain. And then the second thing I want to talk about tonight is the free group. Our free group that we've talked about the last couple of weeks, and I realized I didn't put the recording of last week's team call. It was pretty short and sweet, just kind of reiterating the free group again and getting people in there. But it's up and running. We did a pre-launch week last week, getting people in, kind of sharing meal plans and kind of what the point of the group is. Today was the first actual day of the challenge. And I have to say, I was a little nervous last week, just see, were we going to have people putting new people in? Were the people that were currently in there going to be like, oh, what's going on? What's this? And get excited about it. And I am so blown away, pleasantly surprised by the amount of interaction today. And I think it's mostly all of the new people that have been added by you guys. And that's phenomenal. I mean, we're up to 1,300 people in that group. So even if they're not actively working in this challenge, every time somebody posts, every time somebody comments, a little notification, unless they've turned them off, which I don't even know how to do that, is going to pop up. Like I mean, the amount of notifications I've been getting just from this free group on my phone is amazing. And so getting people in there and inviting people to this free challenge, that's all on you guys, and super proud of the work, because it's just our team really that we knew about. We were really doing this free group, right? And anybody was welcome to join if they saw and join in with us and stuff. But it's really a testament to what you guys are doing, and talking to your customers or your potential clients. And so the one thing that I do want to say to keep this momentum going is that we go in every day. If you have one person in this group, if you have 25 people in this group, you go in there every day, spend 15, 20, I don't know, how much time you have to give, but not only should you be commenting on your participants that you invited to this group, but going in and interacting with anybody that's commenting on the post. Like I said, I was going through today, and I was scrolling through the group for my stories, like showing, look at all this interaction. Like, look at all these people. I mean, they're smiling, they're excited, like I'm committed because, and then people posting their pictures, finally it's, already the end of the day and they're posting their 1 mile. It just seriously makes my heart so happy to see strangers that I don't know any of these people, and they're excited about something positive and healthy for them. And it can so easily get caught up in all the negative things going on, or even on social media. When you go to social media, It's like you can get caught in the scroll. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to this free group. I'm going to spend all my time in here in my challenge group, and I'm going to comment on people that are contributing positively to my happy mood daily, you know, and to themselves. So I just want to encourage everybody. We want to keep this momentum going. It's a 5-day challenge, so it really doesn't have to be a ton of effort on our part, but it will be a long lasting effort. And the great thing is that when we go and interact with other people, like I don't have a ton of new people in the free group, but by me going in and commenting on all of the comments or posts and just saying awesome job, or even giving it a love or a like or whatever, it's going to benefit all of us, you know. So when you're doing that on somebody else's stranger's post or whatever, it benefits all of us. We work as a team to help each other as a team. And so I really encourage you to spend a lot of time in there. And we're coming on the end of the month, right? So depending on what your goals are for this month, but also the momentum into next month, because the 30-day breakaway program doesn't even launch till October. So if you have current customers that are in there and they're really, you know, excited about this program, that's going to be your October points. That's going to be your October individuals that you get to help, and moving, and even into November and December, because not everybody signs right away, right? It takes them maybe sometimes a couple weeks, a month or so. But as long as we're consistently showing up and showing that energy, whether it's in our free group this week, whether it's on your stories and in your posts daily, people are going to continue to watch and want to join you, because they see that you're not going anywhere. This is something that you've now made a part of your life. You're being consistent. You've created these daily habits. And so they're going to want to go to somebody who is consistently making positive daily changes. Doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but they want to see somebody that's really consistently showing up for themselves as well as others. So just wanted to plug that free group. I'm super excited about it. I just scheduled all the posts for the remainder of the week, and I just want to give a huge shout out to Laura. Her posts are amazing. She's the script queen. She, you know, basically did this from scratch. And so I'm just like excited. I'm like, I can't wait for the people to see these posts, and the way she asks questions and gets people to engage, they respond. And so super excited. And a lot of these questions she's asking are perfect questions that we can respond to as health and wellness coaches, regardless if they're your customer. And that really gives people a chance to reflect. And then, you know, hey, how can I, you know, take this group and all this positivity and all these things that I'm learning and stretch it out longer beyond 5 days. Okay. So really get in there, pay attention to the posts. There's two posts, like inspirational or kind of tips and tricks a day. And then there's the one check-in at night. Our live workout will be this Saturday at, depending on your, so it's 8 and 11, and then whatever your time zone is in between. Too many time zones. I know Keys is on a different time zone now. I can't keep it all straight. But it's gonna be super fun. I'm just super excited about it. And then the really big topic, and again, talking about—
Hold on, Kelly. Can I say something on the group?
Yeah.
Just because you had people in there from the flash sale, don't assume that they see it, because I'm looking at the insights from the group, and we may have over 1,000 people in the group, but only 250 people may have seen a post. So the people that are going to see those posts are the ones that were more interactive with the group. They may not get a notification for it. So, and I will say, Melanie Nitro, when she says that she does these free groups, she says that's literally what she pours into, because then that converts them to customers and or coaches. So she says she just pours into that, because then you're going to see the success of that. So, and
for long term.
Yeah, long term. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why we try to keep, you know, we don't extend these free groups for much longer than 3 to 5 days, because you do want to put so much energy, and we know it's exhausting. and why people don't do free groups a lot of the time, because we know that you can benefit from it down the road, but you know, they're free. You're not getting anything out of it at the start, right? When we sign a customer and we put them in our challenge group, we know we've already, and it sounds icky, but like we've already benefited. We've already made so now we're more invested in that person, right? Because they've invested in themselves, they've invested as us as the coach. We want to get in and help them. So these free groups, it's like we're just being awesome people, and we know that the fruits of our labor can come to fruition down the road. Might not be as immediate, but so we just want to keep them shorter so we can keep that energy live and fresh. But so moving beyond that, and I honestly think this is I didn't know Dave was going to do this, and so I was actually super excited when he talked about, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so Dave is, leader of Fit Club Network. He launched on last Tuesday on the team call. What is it called? He called it something.
Sprint to the finish.
Is that what it was? Yeah, Sprint to the Finish 2020. And basically it's essentially like a push to diamond, but it's not even necessarily like your goal doesn't have to be diamond. But there's certain milestones and benchmarks along the way that will move your business forward. So it's the Sprint to the Finish, it's finishing 2020 strong. And what I loved about why he's doing it now and why this I think is so important. And I heard him say, I can't remember if it was on his live video or if it was a message that he sent to me, but the next 3 months, I mean, the last 6 months have been, really hard on a lot of people, right? And there's been so many things to focus on that are negative, that are horrible. And if we're not careful, we can get stuck there, right? And and coming up in less than 40 days or 40, I don't even know, very soon we're going to have a very divisive election, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. And it's going to probably get a lot worse between now and then, just with all the stuff that's happening in our world. And then depending on what the outcome is, again, whatever side of the fence you're on, it's going to be messy. And so, one of the things that Dave said was, he wants to, it's kind of like, this is a distraction, a positive distraction from what we know is going to be a really difficult time. And so I would rather focus my time on something positive, something good. And we can't avoid what's happening or what's going to happen, but we can also choose to steer our energy in positive ways and focus on positive things, and when we're struggling, when we're down, when we could use this business as something to push to the wayside, like use it as our excuse, like, because of all the things that are happening in the world, I can't do my business. So we want to go the other direction. Because of all the things that are happening in the world and right now, I want to focus my energy on the business. Like, I want to focus my energy on helping people change their lives. I want to focus my energy on changing my life, whatever that looks like for you and your goals with the business. And so not just because it's the final quarter of the year, but just because it's the final quarter of this fucked up year, I think it's an excellent time to really emphasize, double, triple your efforts into something positive. And so I want to share my screen and kind of share with you. And it's funny because this is the exact same thing. Oh, I forgot. I just hit expand, but forgot to share my screen. This is the same thing. And like I said, this is what Michelle Dorado, she signed her hubby. So she's still in this one with Chris Reed's team. So she's still earning payouts, different benchmarks along the way. But he started it a couple months ago. I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was maybe the beginning of September or even August. And I remember when it came out and I was like, I don't know if this is the right time for the team. Like, I kind of put it in our team page, but didn't really go over it on a team call in detail, because I was like, if you want to know more about it, let me know. And it was more because I couldn't even fathom taking it on myself because of where I was in, like going back to work full time and education. It was just crazy, everything. And I was like, I want people to be able to do it if they want to, but I don't know if I can take it on as a whole team thing right now. And so when Dave came out with this opportunity again, when he talked about, I have a little carrot and I'm going to do something to push to and then I saw it was the same exact thing that Chris was doing, which I think is, I love how it's laid out. I love how it pushes you, but like, and challenges you to hit certain benchmarks. But let's say you don't hit the first one, you can still hit number 2. You're not out of the whole race or contest if you don't hit number 1. You can still hit number 2 and number 3 and number 4. And now I feel like I have my footing under me with my job. It's still a shit show, but that's just what education is going to be this year. But I feel more comfortable in what I'm doing. And I really want to bring this to the team to see who wants to sprint to the finish of 2020 and really focus on something really positive in many, many ways. So basically what the sprint to finish is, it's breaking down meeting certain benchmarks by a certain date. So there's urgency, there's, massive action that needs to take place, but nothing that we haven't done before. None of these things are things that you haven't done before. Every single one of you signed a coach before. Every single one of you has earned a Success Club point, right? And so basically, it's just that. It's earning a certain amount, it's signing a certain amount of coaches by a certain date, which may be more than you've ever done before, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. It's also hitting a certain amount of Success Club points by a certain date. Doesn't mean maybe you haven't done it that early in the month before, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. And what I also love about this challenge and how we ended up running a free challenge plus a hype group right to to end September into the beginning of October. Anybody that wants to buy a 30-day breakaway on October 5th has to be a coach. So not only can you sign coaches for this challenge, you're also going to be earning Success Club by the 5th day of the month, potentially, right? So I'm going to show you the rules in a second. I just wanted to kind of go over, I think it's over 6 weeks time. So it ends about mid-November. The payouts happen after that, but it is a buy-in. So you're pledging $20 to go towards hitting the goals that I'm going to share with you that or the benchmarks that need to be hit. And the pot will be split by all the people that hit those benchmarks. And for me, the money is always something that's a huge motivator, even if it's $20, and just the competition. But I have huge goals and I want to hit them by the end of 2020. And I'm not going to let this shit show of a year be the reason that I don't hit those goals. So the competition, I don't want to call it competition, the sprint to the finish starts October 1st. Okay. And then I'm going to go, so you have to get your money to Dave before October 1st. Okay. So that you can be included. I know a bunch of people on our team have already submitted and paid their $20 to Dave on PayPal. And so if you don't, he put it up here. I'm going to put this file in our team page, but it's also in the Fit Club Network team page. You just send the money to him at Dave, the Fit Club Network, and you're in. Okay. Once you're in, and there is a video, so I'm going to show, it's 30 minutes. I'm not going to show the Vimeo right now, but if you wanted to go check out more about the actual contest, you can check it out there. But I really want you to see the rules. And again, this is kind of like when Kisa and I were running for Diamond and Star Diamond a couple months ago to be recognized at Summit as a certain rank. We worked our butts off, right? We were up on the phone talking what we were doing, how we were communicating, how we were inviting, how we were following up. 10 o'clock at night, we were all in, right? We were going for it. We busted our butts. And guess what? Neither of us hit our goal in that amount of time that we busted our butt. But guess what else we did? We had more coaches signed, more Success Club points, more conversations going. And had we not pushed ourselves to hit this big goal, we wouldn't have gotten that far. So yeah, we didn't hit our goal, but we gained a lot, okay, in the process of busting our butts. And why I say that is because, not that, of course, we want everybody to reach their goals, but let's say you decide, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to challenge myself. This is scary. I've never done something like this before. Maybe I've only ever signed one coach in my life or two, but I'm going to try to go for 6 or 8 in 6 weeks, right? What if you start, 2 weeks goes by and you have 3 Success Club points or 2 or 0, and you've signed 1 coach. So you don't hit that 2-week goal. So if you look at this, 2 weeks. So October 1st to the 15th or 14th, sponsor 2 new coaches, which would make you Emerald if you're not already Emerald. Have 5 Success Club points and be a paid Emerald. So you have to wake up on that Thursday, the 15th, as an Emerald coach, paid Emerald, and have signed 2 new coaches. So if you're already an Emerald, you have to sign 2 new coaches, okay? And then have 5 Success Club points. So in 14 days, 2 weeks in the month, you already hit Success Club 5. I haven't even hit Success Club 5 this month yet. I'm gonna. I have one of the, but it's the 28th and I haven't hit Success Club yet. So for me, even this month, I'm going, holy crap, I have to do that in 2 weeks and I haven't even done it in 4 yet, right? That's a challenge. That's hard for anybody, regardless of who you are and how long you've been doing this business. It doesn't mean it's impossible. But even if you didn't, let's say you're pushing, you got 1 new coach or maybe no new coaches, you sold 1 challenge pack, 2 challenge packs, you don't hit that first goal, that's okay. You keep going. You could get the second payout. So that on October 29th, you keep pushing, because now by October 29th, you need 4 coaches, 10 Success Club points, and still be a paid Emerald. So maybe those first 2 weeks, you were just having conversations. You were talking to people about 30-day breakaway, and they were like, you know what? I really want to buy it. I'm not sure about the whole coach thing. I think I'll wait until that comes out for the customers. So bam, the customer launch on October 19th hits, and you just rack up these Success Club points from these people that were in your challenge group or in our free challenge or in our challenge group. Okay. Doesn't mean you still can't hit that second benchmark and get a part of the pot. Okay. Get that payout on that second benchmark. Same with the third and same with the 4th benchmark. You keep going. That's what I love about this type of a challenge, because a lot of times, or especially like with, with my retreat requirements, it's like, once if you could earn it by hitting Success Club 5 every month, or like 500 PV every month, or hitting Diamond at any point, right? Well, if you didn't hit Success Club in June, like you did it all the months and you missed it out on that 1 month and didn't hit 500 PV and then never hit Diamond, you were out, right? And so, but this one, you're not. If you miss one of those benchmarks, if you hit the number 1 benchmark and get the payout, and then you miss the second one, doesn't mean you can't meet the 3rd and 4th. Does that make sense? Like, you're never completely out until it's over. You just don't get paid out every single payout. So I'm in love with it, because I think it just keeps it keeps the momentum going. It keeps the challenge going. And you would wake up, essentially, if you were to hit Diamond in this challenge, you wake up on Thanksgiving as a Diamond coach. Could happen sooner, or it can happen by Thanksgiving, which is a pretty awesome thing to be thankful for, because it's a huge milestone in your business, shows credibility with your other coaches on your team, as well as your customers and prospects, and unlocks other earning potential for your business. Okay. So what was I gonna, the rules. Okay. So I kind of went over why does it say, that's weird. Why does it say you have to have 4 total coaches here and 10 Success Club points? And then here you have to have Oh, that's because it's the next week or the next month. I get it. Okay, went back down to 5 successful points. So this is because it's in November. So then the third pot or the third phase, you now need to have at least 6 total coaches. So that's 6 coaches. That's 4 in the month of October, and then at least another 4 in November. Okay, total if you were to hit all those benchmarks. And the last, look, I'm looking at the final was, and you would have to advance 2 new emeralds because that's what's getting you to diamond, right? You have to have 1 emerald on each leg in order to advance to diamond. Okay. Now if I go down, so here's the buyout, here's the date, the contest dates, when the payouts are, the different prizes related to the payouts, and the prize money, how much money you would earn for each pot is dependent on how many people sign up and then how many people earn. So there's no way of really saying how much you could earn at each pot. They would know once everybody signed up and they were ready to go on October 1st, they'll know how much the total pot is and how much goes in each pot. But then depending on who gets to divide from that pot is how many people in the group hit that milestone. If that makes sense. I think it made sense. Okay, and then you're putting your own information in the spreadsheet. So that's what that Vimeo video is about, is how to input your own information to spreadsheet, and they verify it with the Coach Online Office. So when you're hitting those benchmarks, you are entering it into the spreadsheet. Okay. If you don't know, diamond, to be diamond, it's you plus 4 personally sponsored active coaches, meaning they have 50 PV or more to be active. They don't have to be on HD or anything, they just have to have an active subscription or something that they've purchased over 50 PV within 4 or 5 weeks period of time, depending on the month, to be an active coach. And 1 emerald, active emerald on each leg. So 8 total coaches, 4 on each leg, 1 on each leg has to be emerald. Okay. Now, we know how to invite. I know Lori was doing a training on following up today, which is huge. If we don't follow up, it's like there's no point in inviting if we're not going to follow up, right? Because you can invite 1 million people and they're waiting for you. They're like, yes, I'm interested. And then they're just sitting there waiting for you to respond back. If you don't follow up, there's no point in inviting. So the follow-up is even more important. We got to invite to have a follow-up, but pretty close second to inviting. We know how to do that. We know how to talk to people about the business or just the discount, right? How many times have we shared, like, maybe there's somebody you really think would be awesome at the business. You want them to be a teammate of yours in business, not just for the discount, right? As a customer. But we also know how to share the discount. We know how to say, hey, you're going to buy this anyway. Why don't you, if you're going to buy it and you think you're going to continue it month after month, or even just even the first 30 days, it's free. Why not try it? You're going to get a discount here on out and every purchase that you get, right? We know how to have those conversations. Doesn't mean they're easy. Doesn't mean doesn't make us vulnerable and it's scary to ask that. But we can do it. Like I have a girl that I've been talking to on Instagram and she's ready to purchase a challenge pack. And I'm like, and it was like, I know what to ask. I know what to say. Like, hey, there's 2 ways to buy. You can either buy right now and pay full price and pay the same price and pay full price after that. Or you could sign up for I know the lingo and it's still nerve-wracking to ask, but all she can do is say no. And she might say yes, right? So we know what to do. It's just sometimes needing that extra incentive, that extra motivation, that extra push. When I was in Josh Coates, and I'm still in Josh Coates' group that I'm in, but I'm not actively working in his like push group because I'm in a separate group that's doing something different. And it's not, where in his push group, I had to, every single week, I had to post my tracker. I got kicked out of the group and basically it was a waste of my $180 a month, right? I didn't miss a week of posting. And I was actually doing the work. It wasn't like I was just posting random stuff. I was doing the work because I'm not a liar. But I was doing it because I was so fearful of not being able to post my tracker and getting kicked out of the group. So this is, for me, not everybody works this way, but this is kind of like that. Like, I'm going to personally, because I'm doing this too, I'm going to go in and I'm going to print out a calendar, backtrack these different pot dates, what I need by those dates. And as I get close, as I check the box, here's one challenge pack, here's one coach, here's what, and see what I need to have by these dates. My date that I need to be hitting, my goal is November 18th. So I don't even have till November 26th. I have to be hitting my goal by November 18th. So I got to work even harder, faster. But if I don't have that visually in front of me to know when these dates are happening and what I need to have by then, it's kind of all up in the air and I don't really know what I'm shooting for. Until I sat down and really looked at my goals, I looked at when do I need to be hitting a certain rank to qualify for X, Y, or Z. And this is going back a couple years when I had to qualify for Dave and Monica's retreat. It really sparked my, not only my energy towards the business, but just my, what am I trying to say? I became more of an organized business versus just willy-nilly, like, oh, if I get a point here, or I signed a coach here, or I help somebody here. It was like very detailed, planned out. And again, I didn't always hit the goals that I planned for, but I was way farther along on the journey than if I hadn't done any of the planning or pushing or challenging. Okay. What was I going to show? No, that's that. Oh, I opened it twice. Okay. So any questions about the sprint to finish? Anybody interested in doing the sprint to finish? I know Kisa.
I'm already signed up.
What was that?
I'm already signed up. Dave's got my money. I'm in.
Yep. I was like, I know Kisa is.
I'm in.
Woo! Rebecca's in. You don't have to say right now. I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot. Put anybody in the spot and say. But I really, and October 1st is Thursday, so it's not a lot of time to decide and go in. I almost want to say it's $20. If you put in $20 and you didn't get it, it's not like you're out millions. However, I also don't want it to be like, I'll just pay my money. It's not that big of a deal if I lost it, so I'm really not going to put the energy into it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of twofold, right? Because I kind of did that. So the Chris Reed one, I was like, oh, I need to be doing this. So I had to pay more. I had to pay $30. So I was a diamond coach, and I literally did nothing with it. I don't even know why I sent the money in. I knew my brain couldn't tackle that right now in my, like, everything that I was dealing with, but I was like, I thought I should do it. And so I just literally threw away $30. And so this time I'm in a much better position. I can sit down, I can map this out, I can really go for it. I'm serious about hitting my goal because I realized how close, how soon it was coming up that I needed to hit it. And why I wanted to hit it, not just because it's some milestone that I needed. Why do you want to help more people? Why do you want to sign more people as coaches? Why do you want to build a business? Okay. Not just for that milestone of diamond. It's amazing. But if it's just to hit that milestone and get that rank, next to your name, think about why that is. Like, why do you need that recognition versus all the different things that come with being a diamond coach and how they can benefit not only you, but the people on your team and your clients and customers. Because I've done it both ways. I've hit diamond just because I wanted to win and get to diamond and have that fancy. I couldn't hold it for, like, to save my life. And now I hit it, I think, I don't want to admit it, but I think 2 years ago was when I hit it, and I've held it since then. Like, haven't lost it. And that's a totally different type of leadership, a totally different type of rank or accomplishment. And so I'm proud of that diamond now, So anyway, what was I going to say? No questions? Nothing? Laura, you have a question? Or you're just getting really close to the phone? Just kidding. She's trying to unmute herself, I think.
I haven't done this in a while. Um, I feel pressure. So I don't want to feel pressure. And so while I would love to do it, what I may do is just still follow along and do it on my own because I just have so much going on that I think for myself, if I did that and participated, it would feel tremendous amount of pressure. And I'm already feeling like I have not fulfilled some of the goals that I had. And so I don't want to add any additional pressure, but I like this format. So I may just work along and be a part of it, but not to where I feel the pressure.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted, and I felt kind of guilty, kind of not, because I feel like I kind of sensed the atmosphere of the group when it first came out with like Chris's group. But I felt bad that I was like, I really couldn't take it on fully and didn't feel like people were super interested. So I didn't share it. And again, I felt like the other thing too, with Chris's team, Team Panacea, not everybody's, yes, we're all a part of that team, but I know we feel way more connected to Dave, the Fit Club Network, with Team Fit to Love. And, I felt I'm not running it, which is amazing. So I can be a participant and not have to be the leader. So I get to take it on a different role myself. But I never want these things to be like, that's why I said I didn't want to put anybody in the spot to choose now, because it's not supposed to be like that. Like, everybody raise your hand. Because I know everybody's we are all at different places in our lives. I just wanted to show the opportunity for anybody who wants to take it on that feels like it like they either want the distraction, they want to challenge themselves, but we also have to know ourselves enough to say it's too much right now. Like, just like, when it came out with Chris's group, it was too much, and I didn't want to. I signed up, like I said, I threw money away. I signed up because I wasn't honest with myself that there's no flipping way I can do this right now. And now I feel like I'm in a better position. So the awesome thing to do is to do this a couple times a year. And oddly, we did our diamond, kind of our diamond push earlier, it was in the summer sometime, and there was maybe seven people in it. And I wanted to do it again. And so it was perfect that Dave came out with it. This is the perfect time to do a rush towards the end of the year, because it also helps your momentum into the new year. A lot of people will go, oh, there's so much going on in the latter part of the year with holidays and all this stuff, and people don't want to work out, they're like hibernating and da 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 da, and then they wait and they're like, well, January is always a big time, right? New Year's resolutions, it's our huge time of the year. And so but then they have to like start from stop, so you're getting in your car and you have to rev your engines and get going again. But if you start now and you're dropping little hints and you're doing things and inviting and having conversations, you're going to go right into 2021, full speed ahead. I'm like changing from cars to trains and boats and all kinds of stuff. We're getting in our engine, revving our engines, and then full speed ahead on the train tracks. So it's so beneficial in so many more ways than just, going after that diamond. It's creating that momentum in your business that's sustainable and not hot this month, cold this month, hot this month, or this season, and it's pretty sustainable throughout, because we're creating those behaviors that are consistently happening all the time. So I just wanted to share it so people could make an educated decision. Hopefully that I didn't confuse everybody enough, and you can still make an educated decision on whether this is the right time or the right push for you, or the right challenge. And if it's not, I mean, some people right now, their biggest challenge or their biggest push is still taking care of themselves right now and making sure they're a priority. Mm-hmm. And that's okay, and then in being that example for other people to say, hey, I'm freaking moving cross country again. I'm packing up and I'm still going to take care of me. It might not look the same. I'm just saying, it might not look the same as it always does, but I'm still going to make time for me,
mm-hmm.
And so,
yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So if there aren't any questions, what time is it? 6:45. If there aren't any questions, any other comments, any questions about anything else?
I'm gonna get a picture this time. Since we forgot last week.
I know, and I didn't even put the recording. Okay, so I'll stop share. Because I just want to make sure this is not just about this. You know, you can ask anything, or if you had a customer question or comment, something you needed help with, don't hesitate to use this time to do that as well.
And I have a question. A customer asked me today or yesterday about if we had any green supplements, and the only thing.
What, you went out? What'd you say?
Oh, so a customer asked me about if we had green supplements, and I just thought of the Power Boost greens.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yep. And those are bomb. Yeah, I use it in my shakes. I'm gonna do the reset. I just ordered the reset. I'm gonna do it. So it's funny, I used to think that's so disgusting, and now I'm like, I know how good they are for me. So even though I don't want to drink it plain, I know how amazing. What's she doing? I'm trying to pose because I know she's trying to take a photo.
I was taking video.
Oh, you're taking a video. Oh.
I was just.
How do you like my background?
It's fine. I was just being a dork. That's all.
That's beautiful.
That's all.
All right, ladies. Well, I so appreciate you being able to jump on tonight. It's always good to see your faces. This is like my favorite Zoom of the 85,000 Zooms that I do a week is this one, because it's like, not that I love my job, but it's my job that I do during the day is not my job that I normally do. And so this I'm passionate about, and sharing and talking and just seeing your happy faces. And so this is my favorite.
Did you catch Rebecca's, I think she videoed it or sent it to you, of her and I listening to I don't know who the hell she was.
You don't remember. That's why I said, didn't you hear me say that Lori was doing a follow-up training? I shared it to my Instagram, you silly goof.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I haven't, Kelly, I left this morning at 8:45 and I got home just about an hour ago. So
yikes. Yeah, no, I was so excited when I saw that. It was so adorable, and I said my heart exploded.
It was fun.
Because I'm like, two strangers that would have never known each other. I mean, I wouldn't have known either of you, but you wouldn't have known each other. And now you're getting your nails done at her salon. Like, it was just like, it's just amazing. And doing a beach body training. That was the best part about the whole thing. Like, so not just gossiping. You were like actually doing productive stuff. So
That's all we talk about.
Yeah.
We lift each other up and talk about Beachbody.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And get your nails done. Thank you. Okay, so ready for the boomerang?
Yeah, my nails are, look at my nails. Oh.
I know, I'm trying to see what did you do? I can't see. Is there because I see the different colors. You just did different.
They're autumn colors.
Okay, that's okay. I didn't know if it was like, I'm like, is she a USC fan? I'm like, I'm not really sure.
They are USC colors.
See?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me get my hair.
Cover the whiteboard in the background.
What's on your whiteboard?
Potential people's names that before I moved from Wyoming, like their names are back there.
1, 2, 3. Wait, nobody moved. It's not a picture. It's a boomerang.
Oh, well, why don't you tell
okay.
I did say that like 8 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, crazies. All right. So get in that group, boost it up, comment on people's stuff, love on people's things, and then live workout if you can, 8 a.m., 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever time zone you're in, this Saturday morning. And the link will be going out soon.
And is your schedule up to date to schedule with you?
No, just text me because remember I said I could tomorrow too because I'm working from home all day because my building is all in a training that I'm not in. So tomorrow or Wednesday I can because I'm working from home.
Okay.
So text me.
I will.
Think about your schedule and text me.
Yeah,
okay.
I will. Okay, it was great to see everybody.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.